welcome to Narayana IAS Academy. My name is Shubham Sagar, and in today's news of the day, we'll talk about an issue, a controversy related to money bill. What is the so-called alleged controversy related to money bill and Roger Mathew case? Very good article given in Hindu, and that will give you a overview of what this particular controversy is all about, right? So if you talk about money bill, UPSC has already asked question, and if you know the answer of this particular question, you can post it in the comment section. What do you think is the answer? At the end, I will also give you one particular question related to what we have read in this particular news of the day. So what is the context here? Why we are reading this controversy related to money bill and Roger Mathew case? Because a 7-judge bench of Supreme Court will talk about what qualifies as a money bill. What is a money bill? What are the constitutional provisions related to money bill? Like Article 110, there are different clauses. Article 110, Clause 1, Clause 3. What do they talk about? Who will decide whether a bill is money bill or not? What is the controversy? So many dimensions, so many things we have to talk about here, right? So what is a money bill? 7-judge bench of Supreme Court will deliver a verdict on that, but why this need has arisen, why this particular case has arisen, we'll have a look at it. We'll have a historical context related to this particular judgment, the so-called judgment which will be coming. And this particular case will affect India's federal structure, because what happens when you pass a bill as money bill, in that scenario, Lok Sabha has overriding powers over Rajya Sabha, and Rajya Sabha is undermined to a certain extent. But when you are passing a bill as a general bill, then both the houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, have so-called equal powers. So in a way, many people believe, many skeptics believe, that when you are passing major bills as money bill, you are undermining Rajya Sabha, thereby you are undermining the India's federal structure. Because Rajya Sabha, why it has been created? To balance. If there is an authoritarian government in Lok Sabha which has a very high majority, so to balance it out, we have Rajya Sabha. So if we are undermining Rajya Sabha in one way or the other, we are undermining India's federal structure. And that's why this particular case is very important. So what is the background? Well, the background is, in 2019, there was a verdict which was given in Roger Mathew versus South Indian Bank Limited case. Do remember this case, just like you remember right to privacy case, KS Puttaswamy case, different cases, right? So you should Sabrimala verdict, you remember. Remember this Roger Mathew case. We'll understand this case, which challenged the Finance Act 2017. Why this case has arisen? It challenged Finance Act 2017. Why? As the name suggests, Finance Act 2017. So it should be dealing with some financial matters, economic matters. But what it did was, this Finance Act tried to change the structure of the tribunals. Tribunals like NGT, National Green Tribunal, CAT, Central Administrative Tribunal. So Finance Act is changing the structure of the tribunals, and government passed it as a money bill. Many people believe that it does not have provisions related to money bill. Why government is passing this Finance Act 2017, which is trying to change the structure of tribunals as a money bill? And that's why this Roger Mathew case came into existence. And then what happened here? What was the Supreme Court verdict in Roger Mathew case? Why it gave such a verdict? We'll talk about it. So first of all, what is a money bill? Which constitutional provisions talk about money bill? Article 110 clause 1, Article 110 clause 3. So 110 clause 1, it talks about what is a money bill, which includes taxation, borrowing, appropriation from consolidated fund of India. Just like we people have gullaks, where you store your money for emergency purposes. India means government. Indian government, they have 3 gullaks, 3 funds rather. That is, one is consolidated fund, second is contingency fund, third is public account of India. Now your homework is, if you know the articles, constitutional articles related to all these 3 funds, you can post it in the comment section. So now 110 clause 1, it is talking about what qualifies as money bill. Then 110 clause 3 is saying that if there is any issue, then Lok Sabha speaker will decide whether a bill is money bill or not. And again, many people, many scholars, they say that the power of speaker is being misused to a certain extent, because speaker generally belongs from which party? Ruling party. So that means in a way government is deciding which bill is money bill or not, thereby undermining the opposition, thereby undermining Rajya Sabha, thereby undermining India's federal structure. So issue with Finance Act, we have just talked about it. It included provisions affecting tribunals. So how come you are including it in a money bill? The act made substantive changes which included altering the functioning of tribunals and granting excessive rule-making power to the executive. Again, how it is a money bill when you are changing the power and structure of tribunals? So Roger Mathew case, petitioners argued the Finance Act 2017 was a misuse of the money bill process, but the 5-judge bench, again, 5-judge bench, whether it is a constitutional bench or not, you can post it in the comment section. So they were like, no, the 5-judge bench in Roger Mathew case, they were like, no, we cannot say that government had did a wrong thing, because in the previous cases nobody has defined what constitutes a money bill. There's an ambiguity. Even if you look at 110 clause 1, there's an ambiguity regarding what constitutes a money bill. And here they are saying that because of the prior cases, we are constrained by previous judgments and we cannot pass any or we cannot overrule government in this regard. Now here, prior cases, what were the prior precedent because of which Roger Mathew Case said that we cannot override government here? So this is a K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India case. Again, don't confuse it with the K.S. Puttaswamy right to privacy, if I'm not wrong. This is a different case. So here, court upheld the Aadhaar Act as a money bill. Earlier, we have seen Finance Act, changing the function of tribunals, passed as a money bill. Aadhaar Act, again, dealing with Aadhaar and its issues and provisions, passed as a money bill. So using this case, previous precedent, other cases were also there. In Roger Mathew case, 5-judge bench said that because of the prior cases, we cannot overrule government because there is ambiguity regarding money bill, and government or speaker is free to decide what constitutes a money bill. So now, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and the 7-judge bench, who will be giving a verdict in few days from now, they are saying that you cannot undermine Rajya Sabha. When you're passing major bills as money bill, in a way, what you're doing is you are bypassing Rajya Sabha, and Rajya Sabha is, in a way, has been established, if you read it in detail, to balance Lok Sabha, to balance an authoritarian government. You have representation from different states, so you cannot bypass Rajya Sabha by passing most of the bills, most of the important bills as money bills. So D.Y. Chandrachud emphasized the importance of Rajya Sabha in reflecting India's pluralism and preventing unilateral legislative changes. And we need checks and balances. We cannot undermine Rajya Sabha by any way. So what is the conclusion here? Supreme Court judgment, whatever it comes, it has to be very mindful of the fact that if we allow unchecked use of money bill, if any or every bill is passed as a money bill, then it could threaten the foundation of Indian democracy by compromising the role of Rajya Sabha in legislative oversight. We cannot and we should not undermine Rajya Sabha. So now there is a question for you people. See this particular question and you can pause me here. Post your answer in the comment section. If you want to know the answer of this particular question, you can watch our today's DNA video, which will be posted in few minutes from now, and you can have a look at the answer there as well. Apart from this question, there will be 4 more questions there. So that's it for today's news of the day. If you like this particular video, do like, share and subscribe. Take care, be blessed, see you soon.